Alright, hello, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. I was actually asleep. The data download happened last night. Um, and I mean, we knew it was coming, but I fuck tired. Anyway, right, we do have LR Demon King Piccolo. And it looks like a Daima Goku awakening, as well as this Trunks. It's gonna be a tag unit. We already knew that. Tag Goten, whatever. We're gonna be breaking those down, and then also I did see that there was a bunch of new equipment. So I opened some of those so we can take a look at those. But it looks like a pretty good one, right? And with the content, when's it drop? Is it tonight or? I think it might be late tonight. I could be wrong about that. I think it might be in 14 hours or so from the time I'm recording this, when part 3 officially starts. Might be wrong on that. But it's coming, right? And we're gonna be able to get the Purunga, right? We're gonna it's gonna be so good. Okay. Also, these guys, I believe I did see the from the sort of like thing that on like Twitter or whatever, the preview. These guys do drop as soon as part 3 starts, so that's gonna be pretty nice. Alright, but that being said, we're going to do the sort of breakdown for these three. Alright, see if this guy's any good. Maybe he's gonna have more awakenings yet. We'll see. And then we're also gonna do the defensive calcs. But I also, once again, wanted to look at some of the equips. That being said, let's jump in. I'm pretty excited for Demon King Piccolo. He should, if they disrespect him, like especially if the Tech World Tournament Easy A1, like let's please. I'll see. Okay, so he's Demonic Power, Category Key 3, HP Attack and Defense 80%. Greatly raised attack for 1 turn, colossal damage enemy. Greatly raised attack and defense for 1 turn, mega colossal damage enemy. Okay. Yeah, we did know about this. He has a sort of standby. I presume it works similar to Int Goku, but I haven't seen the details yet. Okay, so basic effects. Extreme class allies, attack and defense 50% up. Plus an additional attack and defense 10% for characters who also belong to the demonic power category. Okay, so he's a 60% support. I'd say that's pretty good. Receives an additional key 1 per key sphere obtained when attacking. Attack and defense 100% up per demonic power category ally on it or extreme class ally on the team, depending on which has more members. Attack and defense 20% up when attacking up to 100%. Okay. When all allies attacking in the same turn are demonic power category characters, or all allies are extreme class characters, guards all attacks. As the third attacker in a turn, high chance to evade an enemy attack. Okay. So 50% dodge, guard, 60% support. I mean, he's getting 200% attack and defense when attacking. I don't know how strong he is going to be defensively, per se, but see, the way this is worded is really good, because it's when all allies are demonic power, not when all allies are extreme class demonic power. It's 2 separate conditions. And why that's really good, I mean, Glorio is demonic power lead, right? And I mean, we know how good Glorio is. You float him. Right? See, the thing is here, like, you can float like, if you're running Glorio setup, this guy works. Like, he's gonna have 100% support, phase 1, when he only has 60% phase 1 here, because this is phase 2, this is phase 2. He's gonna go from 60% phase 1 to 160% phase 1 if you're running a double Gloria rotation. And then you're gonna have, each rotation's gonna have 100%, and then when this guy's on the rotation, they're gonna have an additional 60%. The amount of juicing that demonic power is gonna get, oh my god, like, and we're gonna be getting some Daima stuff for quite a while, I would have to imagine. Now, I don't know how many like demonic power-esque characters we're gonna be getting. I mean, obviously, the final, big bad, right? And there's some other characters that stand out that I do think will obviously be on it. So, I mean, this category's most likely getting buffed for the next, 6 months straight or something. Just, nonstop. Bam, 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 bam. I could even see I mean, depending on what it is, you know, depending on Daima ends, right? We could even potentially see the final big things from Daima's 11th anniversary. Maybe. I mean, that'd be a way to follow up, you know, 10th anniversary, because it's already doomed. It's like it's the anniversary after the biggest one ever. It's like how do you even compare, right? I mean, it's gonna be like that for a couple of years, but 11th anniversary specifically, it's gonna be like, how do you even compare? Well, I mean, if you have the final big things from the most recent Dragon Ball content, I mean, that goes a long way. But that being said, this looks pretty good so far. Standby. Standby for 4 turns, during which 7 Dragon Balls appear. Charge count increases by 1 per Dragon Ball obtained by them. Yep. Okay. Makes sense. It was kind of obvious this was gonna come, right? Like, they added it for Family Kamehameha Gohan. Usually, when they add a new mechanic for Worldwide, they add it to 2 characters. They only added it to him. It's like, okay, well, this is weird. I mean, knowing that DKP is going to be an LR, it's like, and seeing that standby art and everything. I mean, we've known about the art since like part 1 or something. So I mean, it felt incredibly obvious he was going to use this. Can be activated when all allies attacking the same turn are demonic power category characters from the 3rd turn from the start of battle. Start of battle is really good. When all allies are extreme class starting from the 3rd turn from the start of battle, or starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle once only. Okay, so essentially, you're either getting his standby on his 2nd appearance, or if he starts in slot 7, which would be best case scenario for you, you can just standby immediately. I mean, I guess I don't know what the standby does yet, but okay. Let's see. That's pretty good. I do like him so far. Okay. Greatly raise attack for 1 turn. Are these the same? Yeah. Okay, they're the same. Extreme class allies attack and defense plus 40%, plus an additional attack and defense 20% for characters who also belong to the demonic power category. What? Why? Am I crazy? Why does he loses 10% support for extreme class allies and instead gains 10% for demonic power? But wait, hold on. It's not for demonic power. It's for allies who are also demonic power. Why does he? I mean, I guess it's the same buff, but it's technically worse. But you want to run him with full demonic power anyway, so it's just kind of a weird buff or change, whatever. Receives an additional key, 1 per key sphere obtained when attacking. Attack and defense 100% up. 6 more key spheres obtained. Attack and defense for 100% up for 3 turns. Okay, so if you get this on 2 appearances, well, it said he standby for 4 turns. To be fair, okay. So I guess you're just supposed to get this for your 1st turn to give you some extra stats. Okay. Per demonic power category ally or extreme class ally on the team, depending on which has more members. Attack and defense 30% up. When attacking, up to 150%. Okay, pretty good. When all allies attacking in the same turn are demonic power category characters, or when all allies are extreme class characters, guards all attacks, changes key spheres into AGL, randomly changes key spheres of a certain type in AGL excluded to rainbow key spheres, as a 2nd or 3rd attack on a turn, high chance of evading enemy attack. Okay, this looks pretty good. Yeah, I think I like him so far. Okay, I see you. I would be really curious to see if he keeps the orb changing once he's in his final form. Okay, finish skill. Raise attack. This is the one you're not supposed to do. Raise attack by 100% temporarily per charge count. Cause ultimate damage to enemy. Finish skill conditions can be activated when charge count is 6 or less once only. Power of Youth. Restores youth and become Demon King Piccolo. Can be activated when charge count is 7 once only. By the way, he has like demonic ways and stuff, which is good, but he does not have big web bosses, unfortunately. I didn't check his links when he was like an SSR. I didn't break him down or anything. Damn, that's unfortunate. He looks pretty good. Okay. What do we got here? Uh, greatly raised attack greatly raised attack for 1 turn, plus damage enemy. Massively raised attack and defense for 1 turn. Okay. So this is still 50% attack only. But this goes up from 50% attack and defense to 100% attack and defense. That's a pretty sizable buff. Basic effects, attack and defense 150%. Extreme class allies, attack and defense 30%. Plus an additional attack and defense 30% for characters who also belong to the demonic power category. Am I crazy? Why does he do that? I don't see the point. You're running... This guy wants to... I guess you can run him on a full extreme class team. But why... It's essentially they're saying, run him, demonic power. Like, I don't... Weird. Okay, whatever. Receive an additional key 1 per key sphere obtained. Guards all attacks. Change key spheres to AGL. So he did keep these. Randomly change key spheres of a certain type in AGL excluded to rainbow key spheres. High chance of evading enemy attack. When attacking, attack and defense 150% up. Per demonic power category, ally or extreme class ally on the team, depending on which has more members. Attack and defense 40% up. When attacking, up to 200%. When there's a superclass enemy, performs a critical hit. Extreme class allies chance of performing a critical hit 66% up with 6 or more key spheres obtained. This is a once only buff, to be fair. But still, I mean, with 60% support and 66% crit support, I mean, he's gonna... Like, okay. That's really interesting. I don't obviously know, the whole demonic power category by heart, but, like, that's going to be helpful. Kid Boo's on it, right? I mean, Kid Boo already has a high chance to crit, but, I mean, you give him a 66% extra chance to crit, I mean, suddenly, he's practically guaranteed critting. And someone like me, I fucking struggle to get that crit to proc. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Overall, how good is... I mean, 210%. 150 to 350. 210% phase 1, 350 phase 2. Massively raised attack and defense. Okay. I actually really like him. He looks really good. And he's not easy Aing like right now. They have sort of started to course correct that over the last I'd say since Worldwide they started doing that, right? Or was it a bit before? I said something about it with Paragus, and we found it weird, like, oh, is there another Broly celebration? It's like, no, they actually realized that, hey, we can actually keep these free-to-play characters relevant for longer. I mean, we're wasting dev resources on them. We might as well leave it an option down the table to make them good again. I mean, they have Super Easy A now, which, they did, like, Super Easy A, the LR, Super Saiyan Goku, but, I mean, who knows about TURs? Until we see it, it sounds like they're not going to do it. So they said Dokkan Fest TURs, and then they said LRs, so. Okay. I really like him. He looks really good. This is a really good kit here. Although, I will say, I mean... I need to see how strong he is defensively. Because he has guard and 50% dodge. Which is going to be... it's certainly good. But, if I had to guess, he's probably going to be, tank all normals, die to super. If I had to guess, but we'll see. But this is, a really good baseline. I really like this. Alright. Really like him. Let's see what we got here. Daima Goku. Greatly raised attack, raised defense for 1 turn. That's not a stack, that's just... because the way with, global, I'd, have a comma here, right? So, this is just a 1-turn buff overall. Supreme damage to enemy. Basic effects, attack and defense 150% up. All allies key 2, attack 40%. If there's another Dragon Ball Seeker category ally attacking the same turn, plus an additional key 1, chance of performing a critical hit 20% up. Launch an additional super attack, medium chance of performing a critical hit. For every attack performed, attack and defense 30% up to 150, chance of performing a critical hit 10% to 50%. Okay, wait. So he gets Interesting. He gets guaranteed crit once he's fully built up. Okay, that could be pretty good. If I had to guess, this seems like a little too basic still. I don't think this is. I would not, fold the cards and say this is over yet. I would very much imagine that he's gonna get another awakening yet. Yeah, because I mean, he started out as an SR. This is his SSR. This is just a normal UR. Does he even? Does he go up to level 100? No, he goes up to level 120 now. Okay. Still though, I think, I mean, we don't have a Vegeta Dokkan Awakening in here. I guess makes sense, to be fair. But I don't, I think there's probably going to be more. I guess we'll see. I don't think this is enough, if this is all there is. I'm not going to calc this guy, because I don't think he's done. I see no reason to, calc like a fucking TUR. Yeah, look at this. He has 6,000 defense, right? 6,000 defense. 150%, 150%. That's it. I mean, he gets to raise his defense, but this boy's not going over 1,000,000 defense. They're not just going to release a dead fucking free-to-play character like this. I would imagine both him and Vegeta are going to go up to LRs, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, I'm not going to calc this guy. I think he's not done yet. I guess we'll see. I could be wrong. But I don't think he's done yet. Not with this. They gonna just waste all the fucking... he's gonna be shit. He's not gonna be runnable if this is all he has. Guaranteed crit is pretty good. I'll launch an additional super tech, pretty good. But this is not, I don't think, there's no way this is his finished state. So we'll just leave a bookmark on him and come back to him once he awakens again. I'm pretty confident he's gonna awaken again. Okay, I can close this one out then. Alright, this should, yep, Trunks Kid, Goten Kid. Yeah, I mean, it was obvious going to be tech. Okay, so, greatly raise attack and defense 1 turn, supreme damage to enemy, high chance of stunning the enemy, pretty good. Basic effects, key 2, attack and defense 150%, for 1 turn from the character's entry turn, 30% damage reduction. When attacking, 150% attack. Why only... He had that sort of thing when he was just an SSR too. He might not be good if it's going to be like that. For every physical key sphere obtained, 40% attack, defense 20%. 1 or more physical key spheres obtained. Launch additional super tech. There's a great chance of becoming a super tech. 2 or more physical key spheres obtained. Defense 150% up when attacking. 3 or more physical key spheres obtained. Guards all attacks. I mean, if he physical orb changed, maybe, right? Maybe he'd have something if he physical orb changed. I mean, he only needs 3 physical orbs, and this is also just specifically physical. I don't know. He needed he needed bare minimum orb changing. No, fuck that. He needed rainbow key sphere changing and physical orb key changing. I don't think this is enough. Unfortunate. Exchange. Okay, wait, hold on. Greatly raise attack temporarily. So I guess all tags are gonna have to... because there's no way they'd give Trunks an active and not Goten, right? Greatly raise attack temporarily. Ultimate damage enemy. Attack 30%. Changes int key spheres to physical key spheres 1. Ooh, what? Can be activated from the 4th turn from the start of battle once only, or excuse me, be it before or after reversible exchange. Okay. What do we got? Let's see you go 10. Can perform reversible. Wait. So he seals guaranteed, whereas Trunks had a high chance to stun. Only difference. Okay. Can perform reversible exchange with Trunks. Key 2, 150% attack and defense. With a key sphere obtained, guards all attacks. When attacking, 150% attack. For every key sphere obtained, physical exclude. What? Attack plus 15%, defense 30% up. With a type key sphere obtained, Fizz excluded. Launch an additional attack does a great chance of becoming a super attack. 3 or more key spheres obtained. Defense under 50% up when attacking. 5 or more key spheres obtained. Damage reduction rate 30%. So why the hell is this guard only 1 turn? Because that's what that means. This exclamation 1. That's only 1 turn buff. Why? Why? Okay, sure. What are we doing here? Greatly raise attack temporarily. Ultimate damage to enemy. Defense 30%. Now I don't know how this is gonna look in game. This just says defense 30%. It doesn't say in battle. I mean, it says for 1 turn here, but I don't know. I mean, it's separated. So is it part of the same 1 turn? How's that gonna work? I mean, those active skill phases, like buffs, are no joke. So I mean, if that's like a 30% permanent defense, maybe but he's still no orb changing. Yeah, okay. Ink key spheres or rainbow key spheres 1 turn. I think they suck. Sorry, I think they suck. Listen, it's not my fault, okay? Look at this. Where's the orb changing? If you're a nuker, why don't you fucking make orbs? I don't care that it's on the active. And this is ridiculous. So rainbow key spheres? What the fuck? You want him to get 5 orbs only? He needs a type key sphere. This does not look like enough to me. What is his stats? I mean, he's free to play, right? So, I mean, he has it all in the family. I mean, it's free to play stats, but still, man, this was an interesting concept. I mean, if they're both doing fusion, it's probably these are both. Can't I play the thing somehow? Is it not the site? I think there's a site where you can play the animation, right? But these are the failed fusions. There's got to be failed fusions. Because why would they each fuse into Gotenks? It doesn't didn't have like different effect. Like, does that make sense? They have different effects. Why would they both fuse into Gotenks? It's the fat Gotenks and the skinny Gotenks. Okay. I mean, I don't know who's who, but it's not a big deal. I don't know how good they are. I would say probably pretty bad. Which is unfortunate. I mean, like, if these, like, he has guard, that's only 1 turn. He has damage reduction, that's only 1 turn. Like, if these were buffs that, you know, if you had guard and 30% damage reduction, you know, I mean, certainly that's not a lot. But, like, you know, make this permanent, give them orb changing, and I'd actually pretty much, I think I'd really like them. If they just had permanent orb changing in their passive, and permanent, you know, guard or damage reduction based off the form. I genuinely think I might like them. I don't know if this doesn't look strong enough. Unfortunate is what it is. Okay, now I do know that there's a bunch of equip here. I mean, obviously I know like the titles here, right? So let's see what we got. I mean, this is Demon King Piccolo. Level 9s. Okay. Let me just scroll like this. It's probably going to be one of those stages where you have to like farm it. Up to 600 defense. So crit or dodge. Oh, or additional. Okay. Up to 900 defense here. So he's got... And you can choose any additional crit, dodge. Okay. So 900, 600, 1500. That was 9. So 2400. 2400 defense. That's... Okay. That could actually be... when I do my calcs for them, I'm going to make sure to do those. Because, like, why wouldn't you put them on? You know? Yeah. I think with these especially, like, what's his defensive stat now? 12,000. I mean, he's gonna be, what was it again? Like 2,400. I mean, 14,500 ish. Pretty good. Okay. I think he might be able to be really useful. We'll see when I do the calcs, but I actually really like him, especially with those. Okay, sure. Then we have full power Frieza, 800, 800. Yeah, okay, 1200. Yep, 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 dude. Everyone was fucking whining for no reason. I listen, guys. They were already good. Now I like the fact that I don't know. Maybe saying everyone was whining for no reason is not fair. People wanted them to be better, and that's, I don't know. I feel like it was a bit greedy though. To me, like, because to me, they're both like top 15, 20 overall, and it's like, they're not good enough. It's like, I mean, I think they're pretty good. That's just every character's too damn good. It's like, I mean, who did you want them to be better than? Beast, Tech Broly? Were they supposed to be better than Gotenks? Like, there's now something like the 7th tiers. I mean, they gotta, right? That's different. They've shown they treat worldwide characters and anniversary characters very differently. It's not, it's not on me. It's not my fault. I didn't tell them to do that. If it were up to me, they'd be treated the same. But over the years, I mean, like Super Vegito Buhan, like they were good, but like they weren't, they were good, right? I feel like we, as overall, probably really overestimated them at the beginning. But Vegito got worse throughout the year, and Buhan got better throughout the year. But it's not that they weren't like extremely spectacular or anything. They were good. The South Saga ones, right? I think they were really good when they came out, but they like aged very fast. If I remember correctly, it's been a little bit, but I think that's how it played out. I could be wrong. I mean, these were TURs to be fair, but the Super Saiyan Goku and Final Form Frieza that transformed to Blue Goku and Golden Frieza, I mean, they got nothing on Easy A. It was just fucking, oh yeah, 150% stats or whatever, damage reduction for Goku, heal for Frieza. Slap the hands together. We did a good job, boys. Like, they have never. Now, admittedly, I feel like, considering their anniversary characters, maybe Gogeta and Int Janemba could have been better. I still think they're really good, but anniversary characters, I don't care if they're fucking TURs. They should be stronger. But just worldwide characters, they clearly have a preference to make them weaker than anniversary EZAs or whatever. Which I think it makes sense. I still don't prefer that timeline, but I mean, I was talking in like my Namagoku showcase. I haven't even actually made a dedicated showcase to this guy. I've used the team. I used them in teams and stuff, but I haven't made a dedicated showcase. I'm gonna make like just a full power team or whatever showcase. I know once I get my Gohan fully linked coupled, once we get these equips on, right? Super easy I sell, and this guy I really want to try together, especially now. I mean, we go from. I mean, I have like on my Goku, I think I have like 1100 defense, and he's probably gonna have the exact same sort of equips, right? Yeah. So I mean, suddenly. I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot, but suddenly going from like 1100 extra defense on my Goku to 2800, I mean, it's a 1700 defensive increase. I mean, these are going to be very beneficial to both of these characters. I mean, with these considered especially, like, and maybe there's an argument to say, I mean, we will never know, of course, but I mean, I would say they did say from the beginning that it was planned to give to like EZAs and stuff from the campaign. So I would guess that these were already planned, but I mean, who knows? Maybe people complaining on Twitter. It's like, okay, we threw these together last minute to satisfy. I mean, it's possible. I'd say odds are 99% to 1%. right? That they were already planned. But hey, maybe the complaining actually did something. I mean, I always thought they were good enough, but you know, I just I think maybe saying whining was a bit too cruel or whatever earlier. I get wanting these guys to be really good, 100%. I mean, the rawness of the Namek units, cannot be like that. They are some of Namek's like my sort of favorite. I really like the old Dragon Ball stuff. I say old Dragon Ball, but you get what I mean. There's something special about those early arcs of DBZ, especially. Like in the art style and something. I don't know how to really word it, but I just like Namek and like Saiyan Saga are really really dope to me. And maybe it was still a bit more grounded or something. I don't know. But yeah, point being, they both have these ham equips really really fucking good. If I see people still complaining about these characters with these equips, I don't know that. I'll take back the whining comment. That was a bit too far, but if I still see people complaining, like that's definitely then we're getting to that territory because these are really good, really premium equips. These are going to be enough, I think, to make them, stand out that much more. But I guess we'll see. But I mean, in my experience with both of them so far, I mean, they're already really good, getting even better. It's like, oh yeah, sure, I'll take it. Okay, here we are, 7 tiers. Whew. All right, what do we got here? 900 defense. Now this is one they already had. 1200 defense and dodge, and then 600 defense. This is the one they already had. So this is the new one. 900 attack. They're both level 6 additionals. So you could choose if you prefer one or the other. I think I'd probably go for the attack, just give him some extra raw stats. I mean, 600 less defense, but okay. I think these are pretty good. I do, because this is the old one. This is the new one they just put out. Interesting. I do wonder. I do find it odd, right? Because we look at Namek Goku or Full Power Frieza here, crit, right? We look at Goku, crit. I mean, these are characters that have high chances to crit already, right? A lot of the characters, like even I was gonna say even like the 6 years, right? Don't they have like crit equips? Or weren't the crit equips their old ones? They don't. Interesting. Okay. I do find it odd. If they're taking, I mean, they clearly want you to use the new one. It's 800 fucking extra defense, on the dodge, right? I would say odds are possible that these guys get some form of guaranteed crit, but I guess we'll see. I imagine the gods have the same ones. Yeah, these look like a really good equips. I can't wait for these guys to drop. I swear. Now this is the type of shit. If these guys, I won't even say top 5, because top 5 is really stacked. If these guys aren't fucking top 7, I'm right there with everyone. All right. I feel like this anniversary is 2 paths, even with like the good shit, like the Purunga. Like at the end of the day, it was always going to be the deciding factor of how good 10th anniversary was, based off how good these ECAs are, right? It was always going to be. They've known the community has been excited since we've been talking about how good the ECA is going to be since the fucking 8th anniversary, right? So they know that we are really anticipating these guys. If they know that shit and they blunder it, 100% on their ass, right? But I don't want to I see no reason to I mean, yes, I see 2 paths where either they're really, really fucking broken or really fumbled, and not even necessarily really fumbled, just if they're just good. If they aren't, I think they should both be top 7. But if they aren't both top 10, guaranteed bare minimum, riots in the streets, right? But I don't see any reason to anticipate that. I mean, even with them being stackers, they do tend to look a bit poorly on stackers on EZA. But they're not stupid, okay? I mean, the fusions ran the year, right? They started doing it with 7th anniversary, right? The Dokkan Fest exclusive LR ECAs. I mean, those ones, I'll give them a pass because it's the first time they did them. And every character in the game sucked, right? So, whatever. But the fusions, ran the 8th year. The 6 years, right? They ran the 9th year. These guys are, like, they're going to run the 10th year. Okay. I'm really excited. All right. Ooh. Okay. So this is for Namek, not Namek, Saiyan Soccer, Vegeta, Goku. Okay. So they both have 1200 defense, 900 defense, and then crit combo. Interesting. My Goku only is 55%. My great Vegeta is 69%. So I can only take advantage of these. But even still, I mean, those are going to be sizable buffs, definitely. His EZA already looked really good. Now, me personally, if I get another dupe for him, I'm probably just going to put like a gold dodge on him. Like a dodge defense, I mean. He really, like, that first hit he takes, and even like before he supers, he can definitely take some decent damage. So I do think maybe maximizing the defense would be a better play, but maybe, that's just me. But yeah, I really don't like Kyle Goku. Maybe these will be helpful, maybe. Okay, so Daima Goku, 400. There's no way that's the final fucking 400. Okay, so he got special equips too. Does he go up to like 2400-ish? Same sort of equips like 600. Yeah, okay. Same sort of equips like DKP. Pretty good. I don't think they're good enough, but pretty good equips. And then he has the same sort of equips as Goku. Okay, well, this looks like a pretty damn good day to download. I'm going to... This has gone on fucking forever. I did want to take a look through these equips and stuff and talk about them. I knew I knew that the Namek LRs, like the 7th tiers and stuff, had of them. I hadn't seen what they are, but like those equips are so good. I mean, I cannot wait to run my Namek characters with those specifically, and when the 7th tiers are EZA, those are gonna be fucking busted on them. Okay, but that being said, this is already going on pretty long. I'm gonna try and wrap up the next part pretty fast. Hopefully, we'll see. I do still need to do the defensive calcs for DKP and the Goten Trunks. I'll do them as well. I don't think they're gonna be any good, but we'll see. But we'll cut away. We'll be back. We'll try and wrap it up pretty quick there. And we'll see how good they are. I think DKP is really good. Goten and Trunks seem kind of like a big miss. But we'll see. All right. So we are back. I do want to try and keep this bit a little shorter. All right. We're kind of going a bit here. So I'm just gonna go through the calcs real quick. Overall though, right? Oh, I'm at the bottom. Oh well. Shit. Okay. Here we go. Demon King Piccolo. I really like him. He actually seems really good. Now, I did write this here because I do post these on Twitter as well. But I did want to make a couple of notes here. Now, these calcs are only at 400%. He technically has a 440% currently through Gogeta. But to me, I mean, you look at his kit, right? I guess not necessary. Well, no, even here, never mind. Even this bit, he needs practically a full demonic power, or I guess extreme class ally team. So I didn't think it was fair to really calc him on Gogeta's team because it's not gonna. You get what I'm saying, right? It doesn't really work necessarily. That being said, I do think, especially for 400%, I mean, he's extremely impressive. Now, for the support phase, usually I do like 40% support. But the current best, obviously, sort of demonic power setup is with Glorio. You're running double Glorio if, I mean, you have him, right? I mean, maybe you're running Slug because you don't have a Glorio. or maybe you want to run Slug, you don't have Slug, something like that, right? So I guess you could get down to like 50%. But I did think this scenario was pretty fair overall. Oh, hold on, I just realized I need to whoops. I already made the screenshot here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to re-screenshot them. Okay, that's no big deal. I did that in one of the other ones recently too. I accidentally put without support twice. Point being, he's really good. Getting up to 3 mil defense, guard, right? I mean that's a hypothetical to be fair, right? Because it's 100% support. But let's say 2.5, right? Because I mean you're gonna have support. I only have demonic ways. You could get some other links for him, but let's say 2.5 mil, right? Guard, 50% dodge as a Rainbow Orb Changer support as a free to play. Sure, look, he's good. He's really good. I'm really happy with him. That being said, we do have this unit, and they kind of suck balls. Trunks sucks just entirely. Trunks is just bad. Goten would potentially be good if he was the one who had guard instead of 30% damage reduction. I mean, especially down here, you can do this his first turn. Now I don't still know if the active honestly is 1 turn. I'm gonna presume it is, but even if it is, you keep it for several turns. It doesn't really change anything about the calc here. This sort of calc right here does look good. So you can do this your first turn. So you have guard, 30% damage reduction, and you get up to let's just say 2 mil, right? 2 mil defense. I mean that, and these all these calcs are with the special equips, by the way. Both characters can get the max level of defense. So it looks good in a vacuum, but it's just like you have to go through Trunks first, and Trunks sucks, and then I mean, if let's say that's 1 turn of Goten, I mean after that, Goten's not gonna, right? I mean they're a free to play character, I guess, that can help in free to play content, right? Like if the support memory upgrade event, I forget what it's called. Something like that. I mean, they can be useful, but not really that good otherwise. But there we go. Those are the calcs. Like I said, do want to not yap so much at the end here. I already did about a lot during the beginning half. But Demon King Piccolo, I'm really happy with him. He looks really good. I'm really excited to try him out in game. I don't have Slug or Glorio though, so it's like I don't know. Like what is his other release setups? Could I make something work here? I could actually maybe do like a full Boo team. That would work because they're all on demonic power, and then get like Glorio as a friend lead. Is he on Boos? I don't know if he's on Boos. But I could definitely make some showcase for him. I think he'll be pretty good. But yeah, that'll do it for this one. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Take care.